Today we're going to be continuing to learn about Scratch, and we're going to be having a look at, in particular, motion, sound, control, looks and events. And these are all the functions that are within the Scratch application. So with motion we're going to animate a sprite. With sound we're hopefully going to add some sounds in for you. With control we're going to use something called a forever command to create a loop. And with looks we're going to change the way a sprite looks. Once we've done all of that and we've actually created something, we're actually going to run and test the script and see how it performs for us. I am on Scratch now, so let's have a look and see the first thing that we are going to do. First thing I'd like to do is actually just create a motion for our sprite, which is this character here. If you wanted, I mean, a sprite is not just the cat. A sprite can be a number of things. If you see down here we've got the word new sprite. If we click on new sprite we can always choose a different sprite if we wanted to. So it doesn't have to be the cat, but for now what we're going to do is we're just going to stick to the cat. So the way we're going to remove this extra sprite is just by right clicking on it and deleting it. So we're left with just our one sprite here. Okay, so let's just stick with the cat for now and let's see what we can do. As you can see, we have a number of different functions within the script tab that we can use, and the first one we're looking at is motion. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get this little sprite here to move 10 steps. So I'm going to grab hold of the actual script itself, pull it across onto my area here where I can actually write the scripts. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to get a sound happening. So I'm going to go into the sound section here and I'm going to ask for the computer to play a drum. I'm going to stick it under here, so I'm going to get him to move, and then a drum will play for 0.25 beats. Let's have a little bit of fun with this character. So what we're going to get him to do now is to take another step, but this time we're going to get him to move. Instead of 10 steps we're going to say we're going to get you to move minus 10 steps. Okay, so minus 10. And we'll see what happens there. Alright, let's get another drum beat coming in there. So I'm sure you know by now that you go to sound, play drum, and we're going to stick it underneath here. So what we should have happening is he moves, there's a sound, he moves, and there's another sound. At this point we're going to get the drum sound to sound a little bit different in the second one. So let's see if we can get a different sound. By choosing a different number we can get a different sound happening. So I think what we're going to get to have happen is we'll get a bongo drum to play for 0.25 beats. This is a very simple action here: move, playing a sound, move, playing a sound. I'd like to add a little bit more into it than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a control function, and we're going to get this to happen forever. And what you'll see is I'm going to bring this forever symbol up here, and if I move it towards the top it will encompass or enclose all of the steps that I've already put in there. That's what I want to have happen at the moment. So what's going to happen is this will repeat itself forever and ever unless we click the stop button. Now none of this can happen unless we have what we call an event. So if I click on events we can choose how this is going to start, and what we're going to choose is when the green flag is clicked. So I'm going to drag this across, I'm going to stick it at the top of forever, and now the computer knows when the green flag is clicked it must do these moves until the red dot is clicked. What I would like you to do now is to actually try out and see if the script actually works for you. So you're going to click on the green flag to run the script and make the sprite dance. Okay, the red button or hexagon stops the script. Alright, so for an extension activity, what I would like you to do is have a look at the change colour block, click on the block and see what it does. As an extra challenge, you can go into the events area, and what you can do is you can actually then, if you've got the colour effect, put when the space bar is pressed that the colour will change. Okay, so as you can see from this here, add the when space key is pressed above the change effect block, run the script again, so in other words click on the green flag, click on the space bar and you'll see that the sprite will change colour. Now here's a challenge for you. How can you make the cat sprite change colour automatically? See if you can figure that out.